Welcome to ESPN College Football, presented by 5 Hour Energy. We are in Evanston, Illinois for a Big Ten clash between number 17 Wisconsin and Northwestern. The Wildcats looking to improve to 2-0 in Big Ten play. It's the conference opener for the Badgers. And football weather has arrived in the Midwest. It is cold, it is rainy, and we are expecting the wind to be a factor. Around these parts, they call this bear weather. We'll find out if it's Wildcat weather as well. Hello and welcome to Northwestern. I'm Eamon McEnany. Happy to be joined by the former two-time Super Bowl champion with the Broncos, David Diaz-Infante. We will check in down on the field with Dawn Davenport momentarily. But David, both coaches told us this week that after only 4 games, we're still a work in progress. The identities of these two teams are going to become a lot clearer after this one.
And that's what conference play is really all about. Look, number 2 Oregon already loses at home to University of Arizona. And so we're going to find out about a lot of teams after this weekend. If you're Wisconsin, people around the country want to know whether you're a lead or not. Are you a complete football team? If you're a Northwestern, are you legit? Can you back up a big road win against Penn State this weekend with the win at home?
Talking to head coach Pat Fitzgerald yesterday, you got the feeling he wanted to put on the pads and go after it because you know Wisconsin's going to try to run it, and run it some more.
Yeah, and that's Melvin Gordon. He's the guy that makes things happen for them offensively. That's their identity. They're going to run the football. He's an explosive play waiting to happen. And the thing I love about him is you talk to Coach Fitz from Northwestern, and he mentions in the same breath Walter Payton and Melvin Gordon. That's as high as a compliment you could give an opposing player and a running back. But his work ethic and leadership what stands out the most, and he runs behind a dominant, huge offensive line.
Now, the buzzword around this Northwestern program has been, let's be more physical for the last 3 weeks. They certainly were physical last week against Penn State.
Yeah, they absolutely dominated the game at Penn State. And you know, that defense played in the backfield, they attacked, and they did exactly what they wanted to do. They made a one-dimensional team pay for what they were. Can they do the same thing against Wisconsin? If you're a defensive player in the front 7 for Northwestern today, you woke up with a smile on your face. You're going to buckle your chin strap and get ready to play some ball.
Wisconsin won the toss. The Badgers elected to defer, so Northwestern will receive the opening kickoff. There's a look at Miles Schuler and Rafael Gaglianone to kick off for Wisconsin. It's actually Andrew Endicott to kick it off for the Badgers, and we are underway at Ryan Field. This is Schuler from the 1. Gets across the 20, slips down at the 22. The weather will be a factor. For more on that, let's send it down to Dawn Davenport on the field.
Yeah, hey, Coach Gary Anderson pointed out that momentum can change quickly because of weather. Both coaches admitting wind's going to be a factor, particularly later in this game. But for Northwestern, head coach Pat Fitzgerald told us he's not too worried because he has a senior quarterback here, a 5th-year guy who's been here. He's used to these conditions, so he's not worried with that. Wisconsin worried about the rain. I heard the coaches preaching ball security in pregame warm-ups, guys.
All right, Northwestern starts on the ground. This is Trayvon Green across the 30. Out to the 35, a first down for Northwestern on the opening play. 13-yard pickup.
If Northwestern can run the football, that will be a huge plus here this afternoon against the top defense in the Big Ten.
Dawn mentioned Wisconsin afraid of the wet ball. How about grass? Their first time on grass since last September. They had to find out what cleats were about.
Yeah, the surface will be slippery and the ball will also.
Simeon looking to throw. The slant across the middle, tipped and almost intercepted. Devin Golden had his hands on it but couldn't bring it in. Trevor Simeon coming off an impressive outing against Penn State on the road.
Yeah, they're starting to put things together offensively in a sense of rhythm and timing in their passing game.
So now 2nd and 10. They stack the receivers to both sides. Play fake. They swing it out to Schuler. He gets met at the 40 and dropped there. 4-yard gain. Devin Golden makes the tackle for Wisconsin. Coach Fitzgerald told us we have to be awesome on 3rd downs, and it appears Golden is hurt on the tackle, but Northwestern going quickly. And the officials blow the whistle for the injury timeout. Let's take a look at the tackle.
See, the bubble screen game is a big part of Northwestern's offense. Hard to tell what happened, whether he fell on his wrist. But he knew it was injured right away. And this is where Northwestern has been very good on 3rd and 6 or less when they operate the best.
Simeon steps up, flag on the play. Prater makes the catch. It looks like it's a first down, but let's see what the call is. Marcus Trotter on the tackle. Our referee today, Ron Snodgrass.
The contact was deemed to be legal.
So they pick up the flag, and Northwestern picks up another first down.
So important for this offense to stay on schedule. Longer on the field, the less their defense is on the field against that physical Wisconsin offense.
Now Justin Jackson in the backfield for the Wildcats, the freshman out of Carroll Stream, Illinois. And he has it here, running to the left. Gets into Wisconsin territory. Brought down by Marcus Trotter. And again, Northwestern going quickly on 2nd and 4. Play fake. Now Simeon forced out of the pocket and throws it away.
Good decision about Trevor Simeon. You know, knowing what to do with the football when nothing's open. Escapes the pocket, knows he can throw it away, live for 3rd down. You're moving the football.
Here you see Melvin Gordon, the Heisman Trophy candidate. Northwestern, the offense, trying to help the defense by keeping him off the field. And again, another critical 3rd down here for the Wildcats on the game's opening drive. Bunch set to the right. Simeon looking for Prater. Prater falls down, no flag, incomplete. Sojourn Shelton with the coverage.
And that's a matchup they like. Kyle Prater, 6'5", and that's where the wet field comes into play early. He slipped down on the route.
So Chris Gradone on to punt. Kenzel Doe back to receive for Wisconsin. He is dangerous in the return game. Doe waves it off. Takes a Northwestern bounce. And the Wildcats will down it at the 6, which is where Wisconsin will take over. And it certainly has been a tradition for the Badgers to want to run the ball and have effective offensive linemen up front.
Yeah, these 5 guys make it happen, led by Rob Havenstein. And he's a guy that they control the line of scrimmage and they wear you down through the course of 4 quarters. Some teams have slowed them down for a quarter, a half, but no one's been able to do it for 4 quarters. It's because these big guys know how to lean on you. And the way they run the football, boy, there's no mystery what they're going to do. They're going to run outside zone and they're going to run power.
Gordon in the backfield. McAvoy swings it out. Doe makes the grab, but will lose yards. Dean Lowry leading the way.
And talking to offensive coordinator Andy Ludwig yesterday, they talked about how do we get McAvoy into a rhythm early. And that's one of the ways you do it. Easy, clear throws, get him in a rhythm, get some timing going through wide receivers. And you see that's one of the things they wanted to establish early in this football game because they've got to become multidimensional. If people know you're going to run the ball, they've got a way to stack the box.
So now out of the gun on 2nd and 10. Here's Gordon to the left. Gets a block. He could go at the 20. Another 50-plus yard play for Melvin Gordon. Godwin Igwebike forces him out of bounds. Did we say something about a slow starting offense?
Yeah, and we talk about explosive plays. And when you look at Wisconsin, you know what they're going to do, but it's another thing to stop it.
58 yards. He picked up a key block on the perimeter. And now the Badgers are in business. That's why you have an average of over 8 yards a carry for your career.
That helps.
He gets a break. Nothing doing for Corey Clement, but he breaks one tackle. No gain as he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, but Greg Kuhar with some penetration. So it'll be 2nd and 10. Play fake, McAvoy rolling out to the right. Has a man open. Erickson makes the grab. Wisconsin scored 20 points or more in 17 consecutive games as we take a look at what they're doing this season.
And when you look at that, those numbers stick out. I mean, their ability to run the football is phenomenal. Can they become competent and efficient in the passing game? The other thing is, can they get off the faster starts? They changed practice earlier this week, again, to go live earlier in the practice day to get themselves off to a better start early in games. 3rd and short,
Gordon back out there, and he gets the first down. Van Hoos with the tackle, but Austin Ramish, the fullback, leading the way, and it's a first down for Wisconsin. 7-yard pickup.
And you'll see that offensive line just start to control the line of scrimmage, just a lead inside zone, right up the gut. Double teams at the line of scrimmage, working to the 2nd level.
First and 10 from the 19. Badgers in the red zone. They stay with the eye. McAvoy looking to throw. Over the middle. Incomplete. No.
You'll see Alex Erickson again, one-on-one. He's going to break towards the middle. The ball is there. Good defense. The ball a little bit out in front of him. Good defense by Northwestern.
Nick Van Hoos with the coverage, coming off what Pat Fitzgerald said maybe the best game of his career against Penn State. Here's Gordon. Good tackle by Jimmy Hall in the open field. Loss of 2.
Defensive coordinator Mike Hankiewicz talked about when they have the chance to make a tackle in the open field, boy, they've got to find a way to stop Melvin Gordon. A great job by Jimmy Hall of making that tackle.
Colin Ellis, the captain, back on the field, broke through first to slow up Gordon. Hall finished him off, so now 3rd and long as we take a look at Mike Hankiewicz to see what he dials up here in a passing situation for Tanner McAvoy. Pressure up the middle. McAvoy throws it up. Intercepted. Godwin Igwebuike comes up with the pick. So McAvoy and the Badgers were threatening. The pressure forced a duck, and Igwebuike ripped it away for the turnover. Northwestern ball when we return. Welcome back to Evanston. Good contingent of the student body on hand for this one. And David, the defense forcing some pressure up the middle to force that pick.
Yeah, they talked about getting pressure on 3rd down. There's Max Chapman, makes a hit on the quarterback, and that gives Igwebuike the chance to make the INT in the end zone. First turnover of the game.
Sophomore Igwebuike taking over for Ibrahim Campbell, the captain, out with a lower leg injury. So now 2nd drive for Simeon in the Northwestern offense. Pressure coming up the gut. Simeon, tough coverage, incomplete. Looking for Vitale. So that'll set up 2nd and 10. On the slant, complete. First down, Northwestern. Austin Carr with the catch for 18 yards.
One of the things that they talked about, Mick McCall, is you got to win your one-on-one matchups. A lot of man coverage for Wisconsin on defense. And that time, Austin Carr wins the one-on matchup. An accurate throw by his quarterback, Simeon.
Bunch set to the left. Empty backfield for Simeon. With time, open over the middle. They slide to make the grab. That's Warren Long. 7-yard pickup. Now this is Long on the ground. He is hit and dropped for a 1-yard gain. Konrad Zagzebski in on the play. There's a look at Pat Fitzgerald, who has become the face of this program at his alma mater. His 9th season as the head coach, 57-48.
And he is a fired up guy. He said he thinks his team is highly motivated for this game at home.
3rd and 4, empty backfield again. Complete for a first down. Jamie Taylor with the grab. Into Wisconsin territory, it's a 17-yard pickup. Here's Justin Jackson. Heads up field. Inside the 30, a strong run for the freshman. 8 yards on the play. Alec James with the tackle.
A good mix of the passing game and some run game out of the shotgun formation. The young freshman, he's done a great job for them.
And then they jump. Matt Frazier, a little too antsy on that play.
False start. Offense, number 57, 5-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down.
And those are drive killers right there. Self-inflicted penalties. You're in the fringe area around the 30, right? Getting ready to get in scoring position, and you jump off sides. I mean, those are things that kill points.
So it goes from 2nd and 2 to 2nd and 7. They go back to Jackson, running hard, hit hard, still on his feet. It's another Northwestern first down. Joe Schobert with the tackle.
You're going to see Jackson take this, just kind of a speed sweep outside. Look at the hit by number 31, Figaro. And Jackson just runs through that tackle.
Simeon keeps it himself, has an alley and dives forward. This is what the Wildcats were looking for, up tempo.
Yeah, it's difficult to practice against or simulate during the week, and they felt like it was an advantage coming into this football game.
7 yards on the QB keeper. Now in the red zone at the 17. Back to Jackson. Jumps over a tackler, gets inside the 10. 1st and goal for the Wildcats.
And you can see how Northwestern's been in the red zone, 11-14, very efficient. I tell you what, though, this young running back has come along improving week to week for him.
They stick with him up the middle. Offense coordinator Mick McCall telling us that's a credit to the upperclassmen. As soon as the freshmen arrived on campus and they knew they were going to need them early, the upperclassmen took them under the wing so they'd be ready.
Senior veteran guys taking young guys under their wing and show them how to work, how to prepare. That's how you get production out of young guys in your program.
Now another freshman out there at the superback position, Garrett Dickerson at the tight end, Vitale at the superback. He's in motion. Green in the backfield. They give it to Green. Not much doing there. Darius Hillary along with Vince Beagle on the hit, a loss of 1. So now 3rd and goal. What do you like here, David?
I like going to your money man, Dan Vitale. He's a guy that makes things happen. He blocks at the line of scrimmage, in motion. and he's really been their answer on third down.
You don't like that jump ball to 6'5" Prater in the corner? Let's see. 3rd and goal for the Wildcats. Empty backfield. Now Green in motion. Simeon almost intercepted. Sojourn Shelton had a chance. Not sure where Simeon was looking to throw that one.
They were going to Prater, all right. Looks like they were trying to run some kind of rub or pick outside. Wisconsin defended it well.
So now Jack Mitchell on. He had a shaky day last week in Happy Valley. This will be about a 22-yarder. And the Wildcats are on the board. Mitchell with the field goal. Northwestern leads by 3. There was a look inside the Northwestern football facility, and Pat Fitzgerald, of course, helped establish this program with that Big Ten championship team back in 1995 with Gary Barnett as the coach. And, of course, go on to the Rose Bowl. And as we said already, this was a game he was fired up. He wished he could play because what a great player he was here for the Wildcats.
Well, he is a linebacker. That's how he coaches. He's an excitable guy, and he wants his team to play with that same kind of passion and fire. And in fact, they went back to fundamentals. He said, hey, we were showing some immaturity. We weren't paying attention to details. We went back in camp mode. And I think it's really paid dividends. That's how they played last week against Penn State. And I think they're off to that kind of start here.
He said we needed to accelerate the growth of our team after opening up with 2 losses at home to Cal and Northern Illinois. Now Jack Mitchell tee it up. Denzel Doe back to receive for Wisconsin. Doe decides to bring it out. Gets across the 10. Flag on the play. Gets across the 20. Here comes the second flag. Joseph Jones with the tackle for Northwestern, but Wisconsin could be backed up after this one.
Holding. Return team number 40. 10-yard penalty. First down.
There's a look at Gary Anderson in his 2nd season in Madison with the Badgers.
The job he's done here at Wisconsin. They're a physical football team. The question is, can they become a complete team? And that means in terms of the passing game. So far, McAvoy's off to a good start. They've got to be able to throw the ball down the field. You can't be one-dimensional and go all the way where they want to go.
Gordon in the backfield. 1st and 10 from the 10. This is Gordon. 5-yard gain. Let's check in with Adnan Virk.
All right, Eamon, thank you. It's the Dr. Pepper Conference update alongside Robert Smith. Let's get you updated what's happening with Oklahoma and TCU. 3rd and goal, trying to punch it in, but Cliff Murphy will recover in the end zone.
Great job recovering this one, but how about Trevon Boykin? All but 3 yards on that 75-yard, 12-play drive by TCU.
Getting it done, Eamon.
All right, guys, thanks for that update. Second and 5 for the Badgers out of the eye. Miscommunication in Northwestern there. Van Hoos with the tackle for a loss.
With all the motion and shifts, it's important to maintain your gap responsibility. And Northwestern does just that. Up the middle and off the edge. Number 23, Van Hoos, coming free.
Now a very interesting play call for Andy Ludwig and Coach Gary Anderson. 3rd and long from your own 11. Do they trust McAvoy to air it out? He's going to throw with time. Steps up. Now he's going to run. He is dangerous. Flag on the play, and he gets popped by Igwe Buket. Short of the first down.
offense, number 78. Penalties decline. 4th down.
So they'll decline the penalty.
It's big number 78, Havenstein, again getting the hold late. That was kind of touchy right there. But I tell you, Northwestern's very much aware of McAvoy's ability to scramble, and they got rushed with eyes wide open. A lot of line stunts up front.
Second week in a row, a young fella has moved in for a veteran and played well. Last week it was Anthony Walker playing for Colin Ellis. So far today, Godwin Igwe-Buke has been all over the place for the Wildcats, and Schuler comes up to make the grab right at midfield. So good field position for the Wildcats after the 31-yard punt. Northwestern with the ball and a 3-point play. Physical indeed for Northwestern. Back here at Northwestern, another slow start for Tanner McAvoy in the Wisconsin offense. A new wrinkle this week, though, is the availability, if needed, of Joel Stavy, the veteran who was the starter last year. Lost the job in the offseason, but now ready to play. He took practice this week, live practice, and he is the number 2. So if they need to make a switch at quarterback for whatever reason, he's the guy. Now Northwestern at its own 49. Here's Jackson. Oh, he had a chance, just tripped up, but he gets 7. Michael Caputo with the tackle. Twins to both sides. Simeon with time, now forced to run. He has real estate to work with. Gets the first down and gets out of bounds. 4-yard gain for Simeon. So far, they're following the plan. There's Jackson. Dropped there by Caputo.
See Michael Caputo. I mean, he's coming up from the safety position, making a form tackle.
So now 2nd and long for the Wildcats. Wisconsin showing pressure. Plenty of time on the play clock. And there's Jackson again up the middle. And again, Wisconsin's ready for him. Joe Schobert in on the play.
That front 7 of Wisconsin starting to bow up a little bit.
Defense that lost 7 starters from last year's team. Interesting talking to Dave Aranda, the defense coordinator. Last year they were confident. Like, we got this. We got it under control. This year there's a little bit more energy.
A little more speed on the defensive side of the ball, which equated to more pressure for them.
Now 3rd and long. Trips to the left. Here comes pressure. Simeon looking for Prater. Incomplete. It looks like they will punt, even though in Wisconsin territory. Want to play the field position game.
Yeah, they talked about maybe having to be more aggressive because field goals questionable with the wind, the wet weather, everything like that. But certainly with that wind blowing right in their face, they got a chance to down this ball. Pin Wisconsin back deep in their own territory.
So Verdone on to punt. Doe standing on his own 5. There's the pooch kick. Doe says let it go. And it takes another Northwestern bounce, and it dies on the wet grass at the 4. So again, rough field position again for the Badgers. Let's check in with Adnan.
Hey, Eamon.
All right, so now back here, 29 seconds left in the first quarter. Wisconsin. And Northwestern jumped.
Discussion by the officials. Looked like it was C.J. Robbins for Northwestern. But
yep. That's the question: is did he make contact or was he drawn off?
Right.
Offside. Defense 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
A big day in the Big Ten continues tonight as Amir Abdullah leads the Cornhuskers rush attack against the Spartans. Saturday Night Football presented by Wells Fargo. Number 19 Nebraska against number 10 Michigan State. 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific tonight on ABC. Bit of a statement game for those two programs.
Absolutely. Watch that Michigan State defense against Abdullah.
Now here's Gordon. Brought down by Matthew Harris after he picks up 4. So that'll make it 2nd and 1.
Wisconsin.
And the Badgers will let the first quarter run out. Tanner McAvoy knows his numbers. He's more than happy to run that clock out and say, let's go get the second quarter. But the Wildcats, looking to improve to 2-0 in Big Ten play, came up with the turnover in the red zone and then cashed in with a field goal. The Wildcats up 3 after 1 quarter of play. Welcome back to ESPN College Football, presented by 5 Hour Energy. We are set for the start of the second quarter. Northwestern with a 3-point lead on Tanner McAvoy and the Badgers. Certainly football weather here in the Midwest, and another slow start for Tanner McAvoy and the Badger offense, and field position not working to their advantage at all in that first quarter.
Yeah, give credit to Northwestern's defense, but they were down the red zone. The turnover cost them.
2nd and 1 out of the eye. Back to Gordon. Gets the first down. Bounces out and fights his way close to the 20. Let's check in down on the field with Dawn Davenport.
Hey guys, you know, David mentioned earlier that Wisconsin changed their practice a little bit on Wednesday to try and fix this slow start that they've had. Coach Anderson, though, didn't want to focus on it because he doesn't want his guys to press. His advice to his guys, he told them, roll with it, have fun right off the bat, stay loosey-goosey. He said that's some advice that his son received when he was learning how to hit a curveball in baseball. Not too loosey-goosey that first quarter, though.
All right, Dawn, thanks a lot. You said you had to remind him it's have fun. Now McAvoy gets rid of it before he gets drilled by Chichi Araguzzo.
You'll see pressure coming from Northwestern defensively. Again, Araguzzo coming right up the middle, breaks free on the pressure and delivers the hit and forces an errant throw on McAvoy. And that one looked like it hurt him. You could see him kind of wince when he was going down.
Guy's 6'3", 230, coming with a full head of steam. Normally leaves a mark.
That will. That's what he's supposed to do. That makes Coach Fitz smile.
Now Hall comes up. Here's Gordon. Change of direction, finds an alley. Spins close to the first down. Let's check in with Adnan Verk.
7, back to you, Evan.
There you go.
All right, guys, thanks. So Gordon did indeed get the first down. And now McAvoy rolling to his right. Finds Doe for the reception. 7-yard pickup. And the wide receivers not named Alex Erickson certainly want to get more involved and become impact players.
Point of emphasis for offensive coordinator Andy Ludwig is they need more production from the rest of their group. They've got to find guys to step up. A number 2 and number 3 wide receiver. Better ball distribution.
Now they load up the backfield to the left on 2nd and 3. That's where Clement goes. Got hit by Travion Henry. Close to a first down. And they give him the first down.
Those safeties for Northwestern are going to have to make tackles in space. They're the last line of defense. And Henry's one of those guys that'll come up and lay a lick on you.
Here we see the difference. Northwestern going quickly. Wisconsin staying in that huddle for as long as they want. 8 on the play clock now as McAvoy gets to the line. Now Clement up the middle after they fake it to Gordon on the fly sweep, but Northwestern ready for it. They weren't paying attention to the clowns. They were ready for the elephant. Henry with another tackle.
And this is what people have done to Wisconsin throughout the season is look at all the bodies up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Number 9 coming in. And that's what they're going to do. If you can't threaten the defense by taking the top off of it, they're going to stack the box to stop your running game.
That's what Western Illinois did, and McAvoy got hot and foiled that plan. But Nick Hankwitz sticking with it there. Now 2nd and 11. There's Clement to the left. Bottled up and hit hard. Dean Lowry with the tackle.
One of the things you got to do on defense, pursuit to the football. You need 11 hats swarming, and you're going to see Dean Lowry scraping down the line of scrimmage and make that hit right there. That's hustle, that's determination, that's a D lineman getting gritty and dirty in there.
So now 3rd and 9.
And this is where Northwestern wanted to get them. Hey, if we can win 1st and 2nd down and get them out of their comfort zone where they're forced to throw the football, we think we can force a turnover, we can pressure the quarterback.
Time for now. Now McAvoy pumps. Catch made short of the 1st down. Doe with the grab, forced out of bounds by Matthew Harris. And how happy are Wildcat fans to see Matthew Harris back on the field. But now a decision for Coach Anderson.
Chiche Araguzzo fell down right before the ball got to the receiver.
So they're going to punt.
And the defense holds.
Matthew Harris last week had to leave the game. Carried off on a stretcher after a big hit with Christian Hackenberg, but was able to return to practice. Was pretty much in great spirits when he met the team at the airport. And he helps force the punt. Now Schuler has to retreat. He lets it go, and it goes into the end zone. So the Wildcat defense with another stop, and the offense takes over on the 20 when we return to Evanston. Back here at Northwestern, Matthew Harris coming up with the tackle to force the Wisconsin punt, and here's the scary sight from last week. Coming up to make a tackle on Christian Hackenberg. The helmets collide, and Harris stayed down. And you can tell by Hackenberg's reaction that he knew right away that something was wrong.
Showing concern for another football player. And those kind of things can have an amazing impact on your football team. And talking to Coach Fitzgerald, and talking about, hey, we have a whole protocol that we go through. And always, you know, being careful, following that protocol is what's most important. The team was aware of it. And so it was great news for him. Great to see him back on the field.
We met him at the airport at the top of the steps, gave him the Rocky pose like he was at the steps at the Art Museum, which was a great sign and scene for his teammates to see him feeling much better after the big win in Happy Valley. So now Simeon and the Wildcats take over at the 20. This is Jackson across the 25. 6-yard pickup for the freshman who played his high school ball at nearby Glenbard North.
And Northwestern wanted to incorporate a little more outside zone today. It's been effective so far.
Bunch set to the right, top of your screen. They go back to the freshman. Bottled up right away, gain of 2, so it'll be 3rd and short. What do you look for here, David, on 3rd and short in Northwestern's own territory?
I think another thing you look for is Vitale. This is an area where he excels. 3rd and 3 to 5. He's a money down player for him.
Northwestern 2 of 5 on 3rd down so far here in the first half.
Here's Vitale on the inside part of that bunch.
Now in motion. He's looking that way. Here comes pressure. Checks off. Drills it to Prater. 1st down, Wildcats. 10-yard pickup.
Watch Trevor Simeon. He wants Vitale in the flat, but they're playing man-to-man coverage. The safety is there. And he goes from one side of the field all the way back to the other side to make that throw on the numbers, on the break to Kyle Prater.
I'm telling you, don't go beyond that.
Ball placement was so big this week because of the man-to-man coverage that Wisconsin plays.
Here comes pressure. Simeon will get dropped for a sack. Derek Tyndall came up from his cornerback position with the hit.
Derek Tyndall.
Watch the pressure. that Wisconsin comes with right there. 41 on one edge and 25 coming off the other. Derek Tyndall again twisting at the last second. Nice design, nice pressure, create a loss for Northwestern.
So now the Wildcats playing behind the sticks on 2nd and 16 after the big hit by Tyndall. Pressure again off his back foot. He has Jones. Jones goes up and makes the grab.
Tony Jones, he's a big play guy for Northwestern. He's the most experienced receiver they have. Watch him, he gets off the break, there's no jam, and he's just running over the top of Derek Tyndall.
35-yard pickup. Jones returned to the lineup last week after missing 2 games. He had 3 catches, and that's what he does. He stretches the field. Jackson lowers the shoulder for a few extra yards. You can see why they like this freshman and why they want to give him the ball a lot.
Well, he's been improving week to week as a pass blocker too, as a receiver, but the patience he's shown with that zone play inside is what's impressive to me.
2nd and 6. They go back to him. Turns upfield, gets near the 25. So it'll be another 3rd and short. Very interesting. 30 for 30 coming up this week, playing for the Mob. A look back at the Boston College basketball point shaving scandal and Henry Hill of Goodfellas fame. Now on 3rd down, they stick to the ground game, and they will be short, it appears. Michael Trotter with the tackle. Joe Schobert in on the play as well. So Coach Fitzgerald looks like he's made up his mind to go for it.
He talked about being aggressive. I like the call. You're in the fringe area. Your offense has been rolling. This will be a real confidence booster for your offense if you can convert.
That's the if part, right?
Yeah.
So the superback Vitale lines up as a fullback here.
That shows faith in your offensive line.
They go with Warren Long to dot the I. And Long has it. And he gets the 1st down. And look at the Northwestern bench react to that, saying we can be just as physical as the Badgers.
Yeah, just nothing fancy there. An old-fashioned power play. Going to pull the backside guard, lead it with the fullback Vitale. Both those guys at the point of attack, and downhill running by Warren Long. No time to dance in those short yardage situations. You got to hit that hole and run behind your pads.
10th play of the drive. Long stays in the backfield. 5 on the play clock. No, it's Long. He gets tripped up by Figaro. Let's take a look at the Big Ten standings. This is in the West. Northwestern already 1-0 with the win last week at Penn State. Ohio State picking up the win earlier today at Maryland. Big one tonight for Rutgers, hosting Michigan. Now Simeon. Knocked away by Joe Schobert.
Joe Schobert's been very active for Wisconsin on that side of the football. That's one of the things they talked about, and Northwestern was concerned about. Look, they play a lot of man-to-man coverage. It's a total shift from what they did last year. He goes, look, we're younger on the D-line, we're more athletic. We have to use more movement and tight coverage to try and make things happen on that side of the ball.
3rd and 8, though, here now for Northwestern. It's been an impressive drive so far. The screen to Long. Landish out there, and Long's going to be short. Set up about a 35-yard kick. Jack Mitchell's long so far this year is 28. And Coach Fitz is sending him out there here on 4th and 4. Christian Salem the holder. Chris Fitzpatrick the long snapper. It'll be a 34-yarder, and they're going to fake it, it looks like. The direct snap to Mitchell, but Wisconsin got the timeout. So they tried a fake field goal last week against Penn State. Didn't work.
They're first.
And that was not just for show. They snapped it. So Coach Fitzgerald rolling the dice, but the Badgers get the TO. There's a good look at the Rock, one of the best-known landmarks here on Northwestern's campus, as the Wildcats lead 3-0. But David, why did Gary Anderson need to take that timeout there?
Well, because Northwestern came out. Look, they're going to be in traditional field goal formation. They're going to shift. Now they're going to have an eligible receiver, Dickerson, number 81 right there. Watch him down the seam, wide open for a touchdown. The timeout comes right as before the ball is snapped. There he is, wide open. The shift caused confusion for Wisconsin defensively.
So now they pass up the field goal. So a huge moment here in this game early in the first half. 4th and 4. Northwestern going for it. Last week they tried to draw Penn State off sides and it didn't work. Five on the play clock. And now Pat Fitzgerald takes the timeout. So Wisconsin didn't jump as well. So the most anticipated field goal opportunity in Big Ten history when we return. Well, the chess match is on. Pat Fitzgerald tried the fake. That was stopped by a timeout. He tried to draw him off. Now the third try, looks like he's going to try to go for it again. 4th and 4. Simeon with time. Has a man open. Schuler with the grab. First down, Northwestern at the 10.
A great throw from the far hash. You got to love Coach Mitz. He's aggressive when you talk to him and how he coaches. And he says, look, we've been on him hard. And look, his team is responding right now. Huge deal, especially after 2 timeouts, 1 fake. Now they come out empty and go for it and convert.
Here's Jackson, has his seam tripped up at the 7. Michael Caputo with the tackle. Gain of 4. And this is a Wisconsin defense that's replacing 7 starters from a year ago. Caputo, one of those guys playing a bigger role in a different role. Now 2nd and goal. Now they empty the backfield. Looking for Vitale. Touchdown, Northwestern.
You want to talk about ball placement and accuracy? Look at Simeon, hang in there, take the hit, and put that ball on a rope. Only one place that play was going to be made, and that was right in Vitale's hands.
So now Jack Mitchell on to kick. And that is perfect. So first they convert on 4th and 4, then Simeon stands tall in the pocket, delivers a strike to Vitale. The Wildcats lead by 10 at home against Wisconsin. Welcome back to ESPN College Football, presented by 5 Hour Energy. Trevor Simeon very sharp on that last drive, completing it with the touchdown pass to Vitale.
He's been accurate with the football. He's carrying out his fakes when he hands off the ball. A nice mix between run and pass so far in this first half.
Again, the big play, of course, the conversion on 4th and 4 to Schuler. Now Doe again from the end zone. It's dropped short of the 25. Let's check in with Adnan Virk.
All right, Eamon, thank you. It's the Taco Bell studio update. Notre Dame and Stanford, Robert Smith. This is Kevin Hogan converting after an Everett Golson turnover.
Well, 2 defenders run into each other, but a tremendous job of running there near the goal line by Kevin Hogan. And you can see right here, Everett Golson runs to the outside. Poor decision throwing this football.
He's picked in the red zone by Jordan Richards. It's 7-0 right now for the Cardinal. 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. Eamon?
All right, guys, thanks a lot. Take a look here at the difference in time of possession. Northwestern doing exactly what it wanted to do so far here in the first half. Now they swing it out to Doe, who can't bring it in. Now, are those high percentage throws designed to get McAvoy into a rhythm?
They're supposed to be. Sometimes those throws are a little harder than they appear. You got just the right amount of touch. You've got to get it there in a hurry so the defense can't pursue the football. And that one was just a little hot and a little outside for his running back to handle.
And the mission statement right now for Tanner McAvoy: are you an athlete who plays quarterback, or are you an athletic quarterback? That's what Andy Ludwig, the offensive coordinator, told us yesterday.
And they're trying to get him to go, instead of just one read, to get 2 or 3 deep in his progression.
Looking to throw again. And that's hit at the line. Dean Lowry's been very active here in the first half.
And that can be so demoralizing for an offensive line and quarterback. Look, you do a great job pass protecting, and that's their hoss right there, Havenstein. But what does the defensive lineman do? Gets that hand up right when the quarterback's about to deliver.
Now the Wildcats trying to urge their fans to make some noise here on 3rd and 10.
And this front for Northwestern, they're long, athletic, and active.
Here comes pressure. And he throws behind his man, looking for Sam Arneson. And the Badgers go 3 and out.
Colin Ellis got his hand up in the secondary linebacker possession, getting depth in his drop and deflected that ball.
Ellis missed last week's game. The captain back on the field and making a play. Schuler waves it off, tells everyone to get away. And it's down at the 30. And a reminder tonight, a doubleheader of great college football action on ESPN. At 7 p.m., division rivals clash in a critical SEC West showdown. Number 5 Auburn hosting number 15 LSU. Then out west at 10:30. It's a Pac-12 matchup as number 8 UCLA host Utah. Both games also live on Watch ESPN. Let's take a look at the latest dish, brought to you by the Dish Network. A full slate of games today on the ESPN family of networks. And, you know, you talk about UCLA in that game against Utah. Has there been a more reputation-enhancing win than what UCLA did to Arizona State? Everyone's saying, oh, they weren't that impressive, they didn't do this.
Oh, no, they completely demoralized ASU. But I tell you what, better watch out for Utah. They're a sleeper in the Pac-12.
Here's Jackson. Darius Hillary saved the touchdown, 13-yard gain on the ground.
Hats off to this offensive line, too. Outside zone, and you see the patience and speed of Jackson to get to the perimeter.
There's a look at Conrad Zagzebski. Slow to get up. 50-year senior out of Weston, Wisconsin. Good to see him get to his feet.
I'll tell you what, it's nice to see grass stains on these guys' jerseys out there, huh? A little slick surface, a little muddy, a little grass stains. I mean, it's, you know, we don't see enough of that anymore. It's all turf. Coach Anderson talked about bringing his team out to the field to get a feel for the grass, and it's the first grass game they played in a while.
Last September at Arizona State. Back to the freshman. Gets across the 45, then gets hit by Figaro and Caputo. Justin Jackson, a freshman, as I mentioned, out of Glenbard North. In his career there, ran for over 6,500 yards and 85 touchdowns. Pat Fitzgerald used to text his high school coach, saying, you know, you don't have to use him that much. Save him for us. 2nd and 7. Simeon pumps, steps up. Now he's going to keep it. And gets brought down for a loss. Michael Trotter with the good contain.
And Simeon scrambling. Boy, if he's going to scramble, you won't get north and south and try to pick up some positive yardage. He's not really known for his scrambling ability. He's a guy that wants to throw the ball, get it down the field. But boy, if you can add that dimension and do as well as he does from the pocket.
So now Northwestern in no rush here. 2 timeouts to play with. I wonder if they're going to take it all the way down and then talk this critical 3rd and 9 over. And it certainly seems to be the case. All right, so while they talk it over, we'll take a break as well. Back here at Northwestern, the Wildcats facing a 3rd and 9. Everything's gone according to Northwestern's plan here so far in the first half, but this is a critical 3rd and long, not to give Wisconsin another chance to get points before the break. Trayvon Green in the backfield. Puda showing pressure. Here he comes. Picked up, Simeon delivers to Prater. Breaks a tackle, 1st down. Kyle Prater all the way down to the Wisconsin 35. A 15-yard pickup for the Maywood, Illinois native.
Wisconsin brings pressure, Northwestern picks it up, and they deliver on 3rd down.
Flag on the play, false start Northwestern.
False start. Offense, number 21. 5-yard penalty. Remains 1st down.
So Prater a little too antsy after the big play. Wanted to go right back at it.
Well, you're 6'5", 225 out of the wide receiver. It's kind of hard to hide out there.
Transfer out of USC, has battled injuries throughout his career, now healthy and making an impact. Looking for Jones, he can't go up and grab it.
Simeon's pass is incomplete.
Good coverage by Derek Tyndall.
You can tell Simeon wanted that one. He saw it and tried to sneak it in there to Jones, but the ball came out just a little hot.
Now Simeon forced out of the pocket. Let's see, he was throwing it to Jackson.
Yeah, they were trying to set up a screen out to their running back. Nice job by Wisconsin. And man-to-man there to stop it.
Vince Beagle bringing the pressure. So now 3rd and long. Pat Fitzgerald said we have to be awesome on 3rd down on offense so far. 4 of 9 on 3rd downs. Simeon overshoots Buckley. He was wide open, but he maybe had to force the throw.
Buckley was wide open too. Man-to-man coverage. Looks like they're probably going to get her up. Oh no, the defender falls down. He is wide open. Simeon misses that one. Oh, he's going to wish he had that one back.
Leo Musso got just enough of the jersey to slow him down. But now Gradone on to punt. So Northwestern will get a chance with 2 timeouts left. Of course, the way Pat Fitzgerald's coached the last couple of weeks, you never know. He punts it away. Doe with the fair catch signal at the 9. So again, inside the 15, bad starting field position for the Badgers. Let's check in with Adnan Virk.
All right, Eamon, thank you. Coming up in the Dave & Buster's halftime report, we'll break down the big win for Mississippi State as the Bulldogs take a bite of the Kenny Hill and Texas A&M. Also, right now, Sims, Yeldon, Cooper, quiet day for Alabama. Their offense getting blanked versus Ole Miss, and we'll also preview the big game tonight for Amir Abdullah and the Nebraska Cornhuskers as they face the Michigan State Spartans. All that more coming up with Robert Smith and I. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks. Looking forward to that. A huge development here for Wisconsin. Joel Stavi on the field at quarterback, and you can hear the Wisconsin fans who made the trip react to that, and he gives it to Gordon. Igwe Buke with the tackle there, but Stavi was the starter last year, lost the job to McAvoy, and then was just not ready to play football. His accuracy began to deteriorate. But this week, involved in team drills, they said he was more like himself, and he was the #2 quarterback, and now he's out there here with 30 seconds left in the half. And you wonder if this is a pull situation or just get your feet wet at the end of the half.
Well, obviously, they're getting tired of the slow starts offensively. At some point, they come back and nip you.
Gordon gets a seam, gets outside, brought down by Araguzzo. You just wonder if this is a one-series thing, let's run out the clock and get his feet wet, or if he will be the quarterback in the second half.
Well, we're all anxious to see that, because there's been talk about the ability that Stavi gives you in terms of the throwing game.
Wisconsin takes a timeout with 11 seconds left. We'll take one as well. All right, 11 seconds away from halftime here at Ryan Field. Joel Stavi taking over at quarterback for Tanner McAvoy. One timeout left for the Badgers. Northwestern has dictated play here in the first half. Another slow start for the Badgers, and now Coach Fitzgerald takes a timeout. And tonight, Amir Abdullah leads the Cornhuskers' rush attack against the Spartans. Saturday Night Football presented by Wells Fargo. Number 19, Nebraska against number 10, Michigan State. Saturday at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on ABC later tonight. And a lot of talk obviously going into this one about Melvin Gordon, but how about Amir Abdullah and Jeremy Langford also?
What a great matchup of guys that are just getting it done on the ground. You think of Abdullah, I mean, he's trying to make a Heisman push, and Melvin Gordon's aware of him. The average right there, 7.3 yards a carry, 8 touchdowns. Be a lot of questions answered when Nebraska faces Michigan State tonight.
Talk about quote-unquote Heisman moments or season-defining plays. That play he delivered at Amir Abdullah against McNeese State.
Saved the game.
Saved a lot of things.
That was it. So, yeah, saved. That play can have long-term ramifications, right?
All right, so let's see if they let Stavi air it out with 11 seconds left. Looking to throw. Steps up, hit, dropped. Xavier Washington, the freshman out of Texas, gets there, and that's your exclamation point for the first half for the Northwestern Wildcats.
Xavier Washington, you're going to see him come off the edge, bull rush, and fall back inside to the quarterback with a little help from his buddy, Colin Ellis. That's the way to put an exclamation point on the half, huh?
Let's send it down to Dawn Davenport.
Well, Coach, you told us offensively you had to sustain drives, you had to be good on third down. How were you able to do that in that half?
Well, we're pitching and catching and getting just enough protection, and the guys are making plays. So, you know, they'll make their adjustments, so will we, and 30 more minutes to get what we want.
Defensively, what's the importance of you guys controlling the clock against this offense?
Well, it's two clashing styles, right? I mean, it's old school against this new hip. We ain't very cool, but we're trying to be up-tempo, and we just got 30 more minutes. We've got to go execute and play better than we did in the first half.
Appreciate the time, Coach.
Go Cats.
Coach couldn't even deliver a hit. He had to catch himself, but right now, the Wildcats lead 10-0. Who will be the quarterback for Wisconsin? That'll be the question when we return for the second half. But now, the Dave and Buster's halftime report. Let's go to Adnan Burke in our studios. Welcome back to ESPN College Football, presented by 5 Hour Energy. Moments away from the start of the second half of the Big Ten opener for Wisconsin, and the Badgers find themselves in a 10-0 hole, but a huge development here late in the first half. The Badgers and Coach Gary Anderson sent out Joel Stavi, the starter from last year. He took the last series, and now it appears that he will get the start here for the second half. As he is ready to play, the Badgers get the ball to start. Tanner McAvoy, who's been the starter all year, has the cap and the headset on, so I'm no detective, but Joel Stavi's going to start the second half. Why do you think they made the switch?
Well, the elephant in the room is the slow starts by Wisconsin offensively. Look, you can't be a complete football team without consistency at the quarterback position. Look, they can run the ball, they play well defensively. Without any form of passing attack, you're easy to defend, even if you're Wisconsin. And Northwestern's done just exactly that. All
right, another slow start for Tanner McAvoy, so Joel Stavi will get the start here to start the third quarter as they make the switch. And the Badgers will get the ball. So Gary Anderson told us he wanted to get Joel Stabby into the game. I don't know if this was exactly the ideal situation, but he made the decision, and now here Doe. Bounces off one tackle, gets across the 20, and then gets hit hard again. But again, Tanner McAvoy with a slow start, but you got to credit the Northwestern defense.
Well, they've done exactly what Coach Fitzgerald was talking about. They've kept the run game in check, and they made Wisconsin 1 of 5 on third down. They've won third down as well. They've been physical. They've attacked the quarterback. And like I said, they've been pursued to the football, getting hatched to the ball, and keeping that run game in check. And Lowry's been a guy that's been all over the place for Northwestern.
The first time all year that the Badgers have been shut out in the first half, so they make the switch. And they start with the I. And now screen out to Doe. Another safe pass, but he is dropped there by Harris. A 1-yard gain as we take a look at our first half stats.
So we talked about 1 of 5 on third down. That's allowed them to keep the running game in check. Still 112 yards, 112 yards rushing for Wisconsin. But still, that was a quiet 118, right?
And there you see the time of possession, Northwestern winning that, which they mentioned was a key. Now, Wisconsin has scored on the opening drive of the second half in all 4 games. All 4 were 75 yards, so this one's going to have to be a little bit different if they are indeed going to go the distance. Now here is Gordon with an alley. Gets by Henry, still in bounds. Van Hoos pushes him out, but there he is on cue. Another explosive run early in the second half for Melvin Gordon.
Again, it's a matter of time before Melvin Gordon breaks an explosive play for them offensively. And again, watch, they're going to pull the guard. They get 2 blockers, 3 blockers at the point of attack. It's like a power boss. They have someone for the support, and that puts Gordon one-on-one with the free safety, Travion Henry, and he's going to win that battle most of the time for chunk yardage.
61 yards. His 12th run of 50 yards or more in his career. And they go right back to him. Flag on the play.
Holding, offense, number 46, 10-yard penalty, repeat first down.
So that goes against the tight end, Austin Traylor. The numbers are amazing when you talk, David, when you take a look at how effective Melvin Gordon's been out of the locker room in the second half.
Well, against South Florida, it was him and him getting at halftime and getting after people going, hey, look, we've got to play better. And he didn't just talk about it. He goes out and does something about it with that first possession of the second half.
Now Corey Clement in there in the backfield for 1st and 20. Stabby to throw with time. Now the pocket collapses. Has Clement the safety valve and gets it to him. Here he is in the open field, just tripped up. Colin Ellis saved the touchdown, 15-yard pickup. Clement making something happen.
Now this is important for Stabby. He gets confidence back too. Nothing was open downfield. He didn't panic, knew where his check down was, and Clement was there to make the catch.
Van Hoos in on the play as well, but that is the key word right now with the quarterback for Wisconsin, confidence. Melvin Gordon back on the field. 2nd and 5. Here's Gordon. Has a crease. Dropped short of the first down. Igwe Buke again. So now 3rd and 3. Mike Henkwitz, the defensive coordinator for Northwestern. All eyes on 25, I would imagine.
Be interesting to see how much confidence they have in Stabby. A little play action pass.
High formation. Ramish the fullback. Here's Gordon up the middle. Flag on the play.
The ball carrier flag on the play. Henry.
They dropped it well behind the line of scrimmage.
Northwestern has received their first sideline warning. They're down.
So no play. That's a curious. If it's a warning. So it's 4th down. So they kept the play. So it'll be 4th and short.
They had stopped Gordon on the play.
From the 5. Gordon, 1st down, Wisconsin. 3-yard pickup.
That is just mano a mano right there. The O-line versus the D-line. Look at the surge. Double team the point of attack. Lead fullback, and Gordon again straight down line. No wasted motion. Good tough run.
So now 1st and goal from the 2. Gordon again, hit behind the line of scrimmage, keeps his feet, finds the end zone. Death, taxes, and a Badgers touchdown to start the 2nd half.
That is amazing. How this team's able to transition and turn on the juice in the 2nd half is incredible. And it starts with Melvin Gordon, their running back, leading the charge.
Gaglianone on for the extra point. And it wasn't 75 yards, but it was a touchdown drive to start the 2nd half for Wisconsin. And once again, the engine was Melvin Gordon. 61 yards, set him up, and then he finished it off. Melvin Gordon puts Wisconsin on the board. The Badgers within 3 on the road. Joel Stavi onto the field. The Badgers onto the scoreboard as Melvin Gordon does most of the damage on that drive, and he's a quiet 182 no more. David Diaz-Infante made some noise on that drive.
Yeah, certainly did, and like he has all season long. But it's incredible to me how one guy's been able to change and will his team to getting something done offensively. You know, it's amazing to me. It says a lot to his character, his work ethic.
Now Endicott with the kickoff. Schuler from the 5. Makes a move, gets across the 20. But again, it was the explosive play, and it was execution by the line.
Yeah, 61-yard run. This tight end, 3 tight ends in the game, is going to block the support there. They'll double team here to the backside backer. They will pull a guard for this backer, and the other tight end comes for this backer, leaves Gordon one-on-one with the safety. Safety takes a bad angle. Katie bar the door. It's a 61-yard chunk yardage play for Wisconsin and Melvin Gordon. And you have to find ways to run the ball like that when people are stacking the box against you.
Wisconsin just 6 first downs the entire first half. They had 3 on that drive. So now Simeon and the Wildcats look to answer. Justin Jackson in the backfield, and he gets the carry. Up the middle, bounces off a tackler, gets the first down. Gets out to the 39-yard line, a gain of 18. Nice footwork by the rookie.
Yeah, Jackson's been close to breaking a run all afternoon long, and you'll see him. Good patience, running downhill, maintains his balance, and breaks a couple tackles.
Bunch set to the left here on 1st and 10. Empty backfield for Simeon. To Prater on the crossing route. Gets a first down into Wisconsin territory. 14-yard pickup as Kyle Prater continues to emerge as a target for Simeon.
Good protection by that offensive line at Northwestern, giving Simeon time to throw the football.
from the Badger 47. Here comes pressure. Simeon cannot get away. Vince Beagle with the sack. Loss of 3.
And you'll see Vince Beagle come up, play inside of the offensive lineman. He doesn't quit on the play. Falls off the block and makes the tackle for a loss.
That brings up a 2nd and 13. They give it to Jackson. And he is met by a trio. Derek Landish leading the way, no gain. Caputo in the play as well. And Zagzewski back out on the field. So now 3rd and long for Simeon and the Wildcats.
There's Landis. He's fired up trying to get that defense going. Wants to get the ball back to his offense.
As his coach said yesterday, Dave Aranda, he is a no-nonsense guy. Northwestern 4 of 10 on 3rd downs in the first half.
Watch number 30 coming on pressure.
Picked up for now, delivered, low and incomplete. Leo Musso with the coverage. He was looking for Austin Carr, so Northwestern will have to punt.
And Simeon just missed that one. Had his receiver. The ball was just low.
So Gradone on to punt. Doe at the 10. Line drive. Doe's going to look for a return. Looking to get to the wall. Flag on the play. This one's coming back. Nice tackle by Colin Ellis. 2 flags back at the Wisconsin 11. 40 yards on the punt.
Illegal block in the back. Receiving team number 18. Half the distance to the goal. 1st down.
So again, bad field position for the Badgers. Wisconsin ball when we return to Evanston. Joel Stavi at quarterback, but it's Melvin Gordon leading the way. Good look inside the Northwestern Library, the 11th largest library at a private university. And right now, the book on the Wisconsin offense is the Badgers are much better in the second half than the first half. And they have the ball back here, down 3 on the road against Northwestern.
And if you want to change the momentum in a football game, give it to number 25, right?
Eventually, he's going to break one. Now he sets up shop in his own end zone. They go right back to him, and he gets tripped up. A short game, but now let's take a look at our sharp performance brought to you by Polaris. 2 long runs by Melvin Gordon, 1 in the first half.
And look how easy he makes it look. It makes it effortless. That's what Coach Fitzgerald was talking about, is his ability to make it look easy. Next thing you know, he's outrunning his opponents. The next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
That was why he compared him to Walter Payton when Coach Fitzgerald was about 11 years old when the '85 Bears won the Super Bowl. He said, that's my memory of Walter Payton gliding and the first guy never being able to take him down, and that's what he sees in Melvin Gordon. And the second guy there, though, drops him. Henry gets a little revenge after the long run.
That's right, because Henry taking a bad angle on that long run. But there he is, and I think he remembers it. Nice tackle, wrap your arms, bring the feet. You see number 10, watch him come in. Those safeties in this Northwestern defense, when they play quarters, those safeties have to be involved in the run game.
And there's a Badger down. Austin Traylor, the tight end.
And talking to Andy Ludwig before the game, 70% of the time they want to be in 2 tight ends or 3 tight ends. So Traylor's a big part of that offensive package. Hopefully he'll be okay.
And on Monday night, Russell Wilson, Wisconsin fans remember him, of course, and the defending Super Bowl champion Seahawks are on the road in an NFC matchup against Kirk Cousins and the Redskins. Next, Monday Night Football at 8:15 on ESPN, and watch ESPN. No other night is Monday night. So back to reality for the Redskins after that game against the Giants. But now here in Evanston, a huge 3rd and 5 for Stavi and the Wisconsin offense from their own 11. Here comes pressure. Odenigbo, and it's picked off by Jimmy Hall. But it was Odenigbo with the pressure.
Odenigbo gets the pressure, gets the tip, the ball is in the air. He does a nice job of attacking the pocket and collapsing the pocket against Wisconsin's top offensive lineman, Havenstein. Stein. And you'll see him press the pocket, get his arm up, and deflect that football.
I tell you, Odenigbo really came to life a couple of games ago against Western Illinois when he forced 3 fumbles. He was in the backfield all day long last week harassing Christian Hackenberg, and now he just made a huge play in the second half, and Jimmy Hall was there to pick it off.
And just a sophomore and showing up.
So the pressure forced an interception from McAvoy when the Badgers were going in. Now a huge opportunity for Northwestern inside the Wisconsin red zone. They run a reverse. Simeon makes a block. This is Schuler. Touchdown Wildcats. 16 yards.
Capturing momentum after a big turnover. Watch Simeon come out and make that block that allows Schuler the room to go in and score on the end around.
Slowed up Schobert just enough. And the Wildcats take advantage. A huge momentum swing. So the transfer from Rutgers delivering in a big way. On the reverse, the quarterback throws the block. The Wildcats have regained momentum. Welcome back to ESPN College Football, presented by 5 Hour Energy. Northwestern has converted 2 Wisconsin turnovers into 10 points. How are they able to execute that reverse, David?
Well, trying to take advantage of an aggressive Wisconsin defense. Jackson's going to take the handoff. He's going to flip it on the reverse to Schuler, but Watts a block by his quarterback, Simeon. 2 big linemen out front, another wide receiver blocking to make sure he gets in the end zone. Momentum back in the favor of Northwestern.
Such a difference being around this Northwestern team after that 0-2 start with losses at home to Cal and Northern Illinois. And this will be a touchback, so Wisconsin will start on the 25. Now let's take a look at this week's college football rankings, brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Florida State in control on Wake Forest. As you mentioned at the top, though, the stunner that'll shake up anyone's playoff predictions right there. Oregon losing to Arizona on Thursday night.
Certainly did mine. Things are going to be wide open after this weekend. It's going to be fun to see.
Oklahoma has its hands full with TCU, as expected. Notre Dame does as well with Stanford.
And Gary Patterson's got that defense at TCU back at it.
So the sun is out over Ryan Field all of a sudden here. And Stavi and the Badgers down by 10 once again. Play fake to the fullback Ramish. Gets away from the first tackler. Out to the 33 for a gain of 8.
Those are kind of the things they need to be able to do in their offense, is be able to throw the ball, play action on first down, with the idea that, hey, we're going to complete some passes. And I think that's what Stavi gives them in terms of accuracy and maybe consistency in their play action game.
Second and 1. Play fake with time. Looking deep, looking for Erickson. Good job by Erickson. Almost turned into a defensive back because it looked like Van Hoos had a bead on the interception.
And you'll see it. They're taking a shot over the top. But a great job by Northwestern defending the play. Van Hoos. They had a chance. Ball was slightly underthrown.
He is playing with so much more confidence since the opener when Cal really went at him. But now 3rd and 1. Wisconsin just 1 of 7 on 3rd downs. The give to Gordon. He gets the 1st down. Let's check in with Adnan Verk. All right, thanks for that update. The passing game really has just been a non-factor so far here for the Badgers. They stay on the ground here. And the 2nd and 1 was the free play, so they went for the home run. How do they work the passing game into the repertoire here in the 2nd half?
Well, it's just got to be off balance. I mean, everyone's eyes are still on Gordon. And so what you do in the passing game when down and distance allows it is to play off of that. Like they did with the shot play down the field, with the little flow pass in the flat to their tight end. Those types of things.
Now Corey Clement in the backfield. They throw low. Looking for Robert Wheelwright. So 3rd and long.
Remember, Joel Stabby has not played in a while, too. I mean, in all fairness to him, too. Look, he's trying to get back in the flow of things as well, and now thrown in there, because I don't believe this is part of their plan.
No, exactly.
Going into the game.
They wanted him to play. I don't think they wanted him to take over.
They wanted to get him kind of warmed up in a position. But hey, you know, you're in there. He's played a lot of football games. Now's the time for this young man to step up and play some ball.
3 on the play clock. Here comes pressure. Looking for Erickson, and he makes the grab. 1st down, Wisconsin. Van Hoos went for the ball, and Erickson made the grab. 13-yard pickup, a huge play for Stabby in Wisconsin.
Yeah, and this is great for Stabby. Watch, you're going to see him drop back. He's going to slide up in the pocket, work it a little bit, throw the ball low and away. That's the only place he could have made that throw right there. To his wide receiver, Alex Erickson. Big conversion.
A former walk-on. Makes a drive-saving grab there. See if that gets Stabby in a rhythm. Now Gordon back on the field. Play fake. Looking deep again. Over the middle. Knocked away. Harris with the coverage.
I love the aggressive mentality by Andy Ludwig. That's what they need to do, is take the top off the defense. A well-thrown ball, but just a great play by Matthew Harris to break that up. What that does for your run game will pay dividends at some point.
Gordon the lone back on 2nd and 10. They just get the play off. Gordon up the middle, breaks 1 tackle, gets a 1st down. Down to the Northwestern 37.
And that was Henry, number 10, too. 1-on-1 on the hole, Melvin Gordon. Just inside zone. He's the backside safety. Look at him. He's got to be able to make that play. Melvin Gordon, though, can break tackles and keep running.
Really is interesting, and Pat Fitzgerald told it to us yesterday. He said it to Dawn walking off the field. The difference in styles. Northwestern so quick, the tempo. And Wisconsin really wants to hang out in that huddle.
Yeah. Old school, new school, we called it.
Now Gordon to the left, strings it outside, but finds 2 Wildcats there. And Xavier Washington knows how to lay a lick. He gets there.
I'll tell you, if you're an official out there, you got to be careful as well, too. There's some guys moving fast. Hopefully he's all right. You'll see Melvin Gordon again trying to bounce it to the outside. Look at the purple jerseys extending that play.
Henry slowed him up just in time so Washington could get there and finish it off.
They've got Wisconsin behind the sticks a little bit here. We'll see if they decide to pressure.
Steve Matarante able to bounce back up and get out there. So now Gordon over 200 yards. And this is Clement. And he gets dropped by Henry, but a strong run up the middle. Henry's playing angry here in the second half. He's getting there.
He's fired up, you know, he knows the hat's on him. Look, Wisconsin's so good at getting a hat on a hat that their running backs get to the second level, third level to those safeties quicker than anybody. And in Northwestern's defense, those safeties are up there in that quarters, and they're supposed to make those plays. And there's going to be opportunities, and he knows the challenge before him.
This is where Mike Hankwitz said, you have to make sure it's a pass on play action. We have to be disciplined.
Great point. Great point.
Gordon on the sideline here for 3rd and 5. Off the edge, picked up for now. Now he's out of the pocket. Stavi knocked away, incomplete. Van Hoos in coverage again.
And you'll see Stavi too break the pocket, looking out, trying to extend this play. He puts the ball right there again. But once again, Northwestern is there to make a play on the ball. Nick Van Hus.
So now a 50-yard field goal attempt for Rafael Gaglianone out of Brazil. Moved to Tennessee. They said he was 11 of 12 on grass this week from up to 53 yards in competitive situations. That is no good. Not close. So Northwestern holds.
We'll see. The operation was clean. He just didn't hit that very well. That ball went dead right off his foot. Look at Coach Fitzgerald. He's feeling it right now. He said his team was highly motivated.
After the 0-2 start, his first quotes were saying that was an embarrassment to anyone who's worn the purple and the white. He backed off that and said, hey, the boat's not on fire. We have a lot of football left. And the message, though, got through to his players. They've been a completely different team since the 0-2 start. And here's Jackson to the right. Has a crease, bounces it outside, gets the first down, and even a few more yards after that.
And you know, he talked about during the bye week, hey, we went back to fundamentals. We started hitting. It was like training camp. We had to become more physical, and it's showing up on the field right here. It did last week at Penn State in that upset on the road, and it's showing up right here. And the question is, can you keep it up for 4 quarters?
The really interesting thing was after the Northern Illinois loss, the players went to him and said, Coach, you got to be harder on us. We got to pick this up. Now they swing it out to McHugh, but he can't make the grab as it was just off target. Those are some good grass stains for you there, David, you were looking for.
Only bad thing is that you shouldn't have that. You don't want that on the back of the quarterback.
Now Simeon, here comes pressure, gets it off. Now he finds McHugh for a first down in Wisconsin territory. Sojourn Shelton with the tackle. 15-yard pickup.
And you'll see that throw accurate. Simeon hanging in the pocket, working it, and throwing a dart to the outside shoulder of his receiver, McHugh.
Now they empty the backfield for now. Jackson part of that bunch. Now he's in motion. He has it to the right. Still going. Forced out of bounds, but just short of the first down. Michael Trotter pushes him out of bounds after a 9-yard pickup, and he is running with some confidence right now.
Hats off to the offensive line, but watch how the wide receivers are being physical on the perimeter. Getting the hat-on-hat inside, a block right there. Again in the slot, then outside, the receiver getting another big block on Hillary.
So then Jackson gets the first down with a 3-yard pickup as he adds to his total. Career day for the freshman out of Carroll Stream, Illinois. He has a running mate, Solomon Vault, who has shown some potential as well, but unable to go today. Now Green in the backfield. He has it to the left, cuts upfield. Down to the Wisconsin 20. 5-yard pickup for the senior out of Texas.
Justin Jackson, he is carrying the load for Northwestern right now.
Getting a breather now. 2nd and 4. Now Simeon swings it out, dangerous throw, but Prater makes the grab. Nice cut. Prater, first down, face mask. Flag is thrown. Kyle Prater goes down to pick that one up. You saw his reach.
Hey, this is a guy 6'5", 220-something pounds.
Personal foul, face mask, defense. Number 95, half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
You'll see Prater go down and make this catch. Now look, this guy's 6'5", 220-something. Making guys miss, getting back to the edge. Then you see the face mask right there.
Arthur Goldberg with the penalty. Prater started his career at USC. Decided to return closer to home and play at Northwestern. Been injured for most of his Wildcat career, but now making an impact in the passing game. 1st and goal from the 8. Back to Jackson. And he was met by a swarm of Badgers. And that should do it for the 3rd quarter. There's a look at Coach Fitzgerald. He is ready to run down to the other end with his players and get this 4th quarter going. Northwestern with a 10-point lead and knocking on the door at home against the 17th ranked team in the country. Want to play for that guy, David?
I would.
No doubt.
I would. Let me tell you something.
The Wildcats, 15 minutes of football away from improving to 2-0 in Big Ten play. They are threatening when we return to Evanston. Welcome back to ESPN College Football, presented by 5-Hour Energy. Coach Fitzgerald, 24-hour energy.
Absolutely, and it's never ending. And look, his team is feeding off it, and that is genuine emotion right there.
That was the scene in between the 3rd and the 4th quarter. The students are fired up here. It's a great opportunity for the Wildcats to start the 4th quarter. 2nd and goal from the 5. There's Jackson, not much doing. So that'll bring up 3rd and goal, and an interesting play call here for Mick McCall and the Wildcats. David, would you throw it? What would you look for here?
Well, I think again too, Vitale's a guy that you look for on some kind of play action. I thought maybe they'd do it there on that down. I like it much better on 2nd down than 3rd down. You know, they might want to open it up, which they will.
Yeah, they empty the backfield. Kyle Prater, top of your screen at 6'5", always a threat in the red zone. Schuler in the slot. Simeon with time for now. Steps up, delivers high. Prater collided, looked like with his own man. And now he's able to get up.
You'll see Kyle Prater go up. And it took his eyes off. That ball's a little bit too high, even for Prater at 6'5".
So a collision there between Figaro, Vitale, and Prater. So now Jack Mitchell on 22-yard attempt. Let's see if he's able to get the kickoff without some timeouts or fakes. Let's see. Good hold, and the kick is up and good. So the Wildcats tack on 3 points after Wisconsin missed the 50-yard field goal. Celebrating its 10th year, sponsoring the Good Hands Field Goal Nets, All-State makes contributions to participating universities' general scholarship funds for each field goal and extra point kick. Since 2005, All-State has contributed more than $3.4 million in scholarship funds. So now it's a 2-touchdown lead as we check in with Dawn Davenport down on the field.
Guys, Melvin Gordon doing anything he can over here on the sideline to get his team up. This sideline is quiet here over Wisconsin. Gathered his offense together. He said, guys, come on, let's go. This is the fourth quarter. It's not over until it's over. Get those heads up immediately. Now, Melvin Gordon, not exactly a vocal guy, of course. Last week, he delivered a speech at halftime, but that's usually not his style. He's usually more of a lead by example kind of guy. So obviously, he feels like, again, he's in a position where he needs to step up and be vocal. He was over here.
All right, Dawn, 14-14 left to play. Melvin Gordon obviously can still be a factor in the run game. Doe lets it bounce, picks it up at the 6. Hit at the 20 and dropped right there. So that is where the Badgers will take over. But now let's check in with Adnan Virk in the studio. All right, guys, thanks. Now, obviously, David, the running game is still a factor here for Wisconsin, but does a double-digit lead change at all how Northwestern defends it?
I think, still 14 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I mean, they're only down 13 points, so.
And with Gordon's ability to break one, it's always a factor. Again, if you're just joining us, Wisconsin has made a switch at the quarterback position. Tanner McAvoy's been the starter all season, but late in the first half, Coach Anderson sent in Joel Stavy, who was the starter last year. Was back at practice this week and looking like his old self. They wanted to get him in. I just don't think, David, this was the plan to have him take over completely.
Yeah, I don't think it was. And I think they're hoping they're going to get off to a faster start. But the same thing that's plagued them in their 4 earlier games, slow starts, inconsistency in the passing game, came back to haunt them.
And bad field position. Now here he is, Gordon again. Henry takes a better angle and pushes him out of bounds. But he is always a threat to go the distance.
And this is just outside zone to the right-hand side. You'll see Melvin Gordon. He's going to dip in and then dip out. And watch his acceleration through the hole. He gets up to the sideline, and this time, Henry takes a better angle.
31-yard pickup. Hearing Dawn tell the story about Melvin firing up his teammates kind of reminded me of the story I read in ESPN, the magazine, when he would call guys at 2:30 in the morning and say, hey, what are you doing? I'm going to go get better. You want to come with me doing drills? And a very focused and motivated young student athlete. Now here he is with an alley. Nice tackle there by Igwe Buke, or else he could have been off to the races again.
And, the interesting thing about that, so when a guy like that does speak up, it really means something. It's authentic and it's passionate. That's what he did last week, and Don was talking about how he was doing it there on the sidelines. The kid cares. He wants to be great, not just good. He wants his team to be great as well.
We mentioned Amir Abdullah being on TV tonight. He has pictures of Abdullah, Todd Gurley, all the great running backs in the country taped on his walls to motivate him to know who he's going to be compared to. Now Clement out there. Play fake. Looking for Erickson. Pitch and catch. First down, Wisconsin at the Northwestern 28. Actually, they're going to move it back to the 29 with an 11-yard pickup.
Nice throw by Stavy, on time, accurate. Off the play action. Those are things, they get more consistent than that. It's an offense that'll be tough to stop.
Clement still in the backfield. There's Clement up the middle, has an alley inside the 20. Brought down there by Igwe Buke, but another first down for Wisconsin.
Can't say enough about this offensive line. They get a hat on a hat. They work to the second level, and you'll see this is just inside zone with the fullback out in front of them. But watch Clement just cut backside because the guys are doing their job, and he's to the safeties quickly.
And Pat Fitzgerald this week to the local media and to us yesterday said, hey, look, Clement's no drop-off. I mean, he's an explosive player as well. But now Gordon back out there for 1st and 10 at the 16. Here he is. Held up and dropped. Harris came up. Ellis as well.
That was basically the same play that Gordon had a 61-yard run, but this time they had the fullback at the home position, and that time Northwestern's defense able to penetrate on those gap schemes. That's how you stop gap schemes. You got to penetrate the line of scrimmage, and force that running back to bubble and trip up those blockers. They're trying to pull a lead at the point of attack.
Gordon to the left, bounces it outside, flag on the play. Inside the 5, but let's see what the call is.
Flag on the play.
And yes, many Wisconsin fans made the trip to Evanston.
Holding, offense, number 54, 10-yard penalty, repeat second down.
Coach Anderson disagrees.
And you'll see the pulling guard come around, and he's going to block the defensive end that's trying to spill him, and he's going to kind of torque him and hug him down the ground. That's what the official saw and called.
So instead of a 1st and goal inside the 5, second and 21. Both backs in the backfield. High. Too high for Erickson. So now 3rd and 21. A huge holding call.
And that looked to me like a quarterback that hasn't played in a while. He got excited. He had just what he wanted. The receiver's open. He hooked up in between the soft spot and the zone.
All right, so you're down by 13. Your field goal kicker's already missed a long one. You play this 2-down territory just to get some of it back?
Absolutely, and I think you make that decision right now. So your offensive coordinator, play caller knows he's got 2 downs to make this.
Clement in the backfield. Here comes pressure. Stavi steps up, and that's complete. So incomplete. He did not control it down to the field. Van Hoos with tremendous coverage again.
Yeah, and you'll see Frederick come back and watch him adjust the ball, try to body away Van Hoos. And Van Hoos, boy, hard to tell from that angle, but the official's right there. He had a good line of sight on that.
Again, the call on the field was incomplete. Every play reviewable. But right now, it looks like we're going to have 4th and 21. Now a flag. And it's delay a game.
Offense.
So 4th and 26. Now do you reconsider and just try to get some points?
I don't know if points are an option. Out of range. 50-yarder was nowhere close.
That one was nowhere close. He has kicked one over 50 yards.
Cold weather, kind of thick air, you know.
No doubt, grass.
But that's something you can't allow to happen. It looks like they're going to punt instead of try a field goal. But to have a delay a game on a critical down when you're trying to make something happen.
So they're going to punt. Drew Meyer on Northwestern has no one back to receive. And so Northwestern takes a timeout, it looks like. So the Wildcats do indeed burn a timeout.
Offense.
Now there's some miscommunication with the officials.
Correction. Timeout, Northwestern. They're first.
So we'll take a timeout as well. When we return, Northwestern about to get the ball back from Gary Anderson's Badgers. Number 17, Wisconsin on upset alert, down by 13 with 9:57 left to play. And the chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup heads to the contender round. 12 battle, 8 advance. Brad Keselowski won at Chicago, Joey Logano at New Hampshire, and Jeff Gordon at the Monster Mile at Dover. But the points reset and we start fresh in the contender round. The NASCAR Sprint Cup Series at Kansas, presented by Dodge, Sunday at 1 on ESPN. So the kicking game has been eventful here this afternoon for both teams.
Sure has.
Now Meyer gets it away, a wobbler. Doe with good coverage there, catches it at the 3. So that's certainly One strategy to take down by 13, but Northwestern gets the ball back, looking to bleed some clock here at home. There's a look at the Dearborn Observatory here on campus at Northwestern, constructed in 1888. You should have seen David yesterday try to set up one of our cameras in there so he could get a better look overhead at the line play.
Get up close and personal.
That's right. What a scene there, what a view. The rain is held off. This is tremendous fall football weekend here on the North Shore of Chicago. Now Trevor Siemian and the Wildcats looking to take some time off the clock. They go to the freshman who's had a big day. 3-yard pickup. How conservative can you get here, Pat Fitzgerald, inside your own 10? You have a 13-point lead.
Well, I mean, you want to continue to chew away at the clock, but they're going to do what they've done, and they've done a great job running the ball. That time they run a power play right out of Wisconsin's playbook, good for 4 yards on first down. That's right where you want to be.
They give it back to Jackson. Good job by Schobert.
Justin Jackson.
Good penetration in the tackle. Career day for Jackson, the freshman, over 134 yards for that man. But now here, 3rd and 6. This is the question. Do you risk a pass, or are you willing to go 3 and out and punt?
Well, it's not much of a risk for Northwestern. It's where they live in a spread zone read team. See if Wisconsin's decision to punt pays off. Their defense can come up with a stop here, get their offense the ball back.
Siemian to throw. And off the mark, looking for Vitale. Good coverage by Caputo. So Coach Anderson will get the ball back. Should be in good field position as the defense delivers the 3 and out.
That one was just off the mark. 5-man pressure by Wisconsin.
So Doe, very dangerous in the return game inside Northwestern territory at the 43. Doan standing in his own end zone. Line drive. Did that touch the Wisconsin player? They say no, because Northwestern still would have been a live ball. So they say no one touched it. It's a very anxious moment there, but now Melvin Gordon and the Wisconsin offense back on the field, down by 13 with 8:26 to play when we return. Welcome back to Northwestern. The Wildcats 20, Wisconsin 7. Badgers getting the ball back in Northwestern territory with 8:26 left to play. Again, Joel Stavy taking over out of the bullpen for Tanner McAvoy late in the first half. But now Melvin Gordon, they swing it out again to Doe, who has to go back and get it. And Van Hoos gets enough time to come up to make the tackle. So now 2nd and long. Northwestern going quicker, doesn't have time to set up shop in the huddle. Stavy pumps, looks deep, throws high. Looking for trailer. So now it'll be 3rd and long, and take a look at the play selection. You wonder if they have a 3rd and 10. Obviously they have it in the playbook. I don't mean to be a wise guy, but they've been able to execute it and complete it here against Northwestern.
Well, anytime you have 25 in the game, they talked about him improving as a wide receiver and a pass blocker. Be interesting to see if they try to get him the ball in space at all, in a screen or something like that.
Again, 2-down territory, you would imagine, with just about 8 to play. Steps up. Nice grab for the first down. Sam Arneson. Make it Troy Fumagalli, 48, 11-yard pickup.
Watch Joel Stavy work the pocket. He's going to slide, he's going to hitch, eyes downfield, he's going to throw a strike to Arneson. Big 3rd down conversion. And remember, this is a guy that has not played in a while.
Starting quarterback last year, lost the job to McAvoy. able to regain his confidence, became his old self this week at practice, and now he's out there handing off to Melvin Gordon. Stringing it out to the left. Henry able to usher him out of bounds.
You know, when you look at Melvin Gordon run, as Henry has found out trying to take the angles from the safety position, he is so smooth. He doesn't look like he's running as fast as he is. Next thing you know, he's to the edge and gaining ground.
You see, almost at a career high, 9.6 yards a carry. You know, the 61-yarder obviously is going to help your average every week, but still, he 26 carries, 25 other runs. Now on 2nd and 1. They go right back to him, and why not? Down to the 15. Matthew Harris with another tackle.
Getting credit that offensive line, run to the weak side, lead with the fullback, getting a hat on the hat.
So now 259 yards for Gordon, a new career high. Previous high was just a couple weeks ago against Bowling Green with 254. Now out of the eye. Play fake with time. On the mark, catch made by Erickson. 1st and goal for Wisconsin. Van Hoos with the tackle.
Watch, this is going to be a play action fake off the play that they just ran. That weak side lead, they're going to fake the handoff, and they're going to get Erickson wide open to the perimeter.
12-yard pickup. They load it up. Power formation here. But they're going to throw. Nobody's open. Stavi out of the pocket. Gets rid of it. Picked off. Igwebuike. What a mistake there by the veteran. Throw it in the lake, young man.
And you'll see Stavi again fake. Look where it is. Going to escape to his right. Looked like he's trying to get the ball into the back of the corner to Erickson. But Henry's there. Hard to throw back across your body. Igwebuike was there to make the hit.
Stave knew it. Saw the reaction there. And again, last week it was the freshman Anthony Walker filling in for Colin Ellis with a huge game for this defense. This week, Igwebuike receiving more playing time for Ibrahim Campbell and having a whale of a ball game. And now the Wisconsin defense really needs to force a 3 and out because the clock is ticking. Coach Anderson takes his first time out of the half.
There he is. He was fired up.
So the sophomore out of Pickerington, Ohio, comes up with the big play in the end zone for the Wildcats. Not exactly what the Badger fans who made the trip to Ryan Field were expecting or hoping for, as Northwestern leads by 13 with 5:48 left to play. And you talk about not what people were expecting after an 0-2 start. I don't know how many people around the Big Ten country thought the Wildcats would be 2-0. They're on the cusp of a win here, 2-0 in league play.
Yeah, I tell you what, and if you talk to Coach, you know, he talked about how we had to become more mature and more physical, and they've done just that here today.
Now out of the timeout, a flag.
False start. Offense, number 76. 5-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down.
And think about some of the young contributors they've had.
2nd and 18, Northwestern on the
Igwebuike again on the interception, coming up big. Running back.
Jackson with a
job.
career high.
Jackson, right.
131 yards on the ground. Going to add to that here. He turns the corner. Gets across the 25. And he makes it 3rd and manageable. Beagle with the tackle.
And there's Jackson right there, too. Remember, just a freshman. Not only is he making a big run to the outside, but he's smart enough to stay in bounds. Not run out of bounds. Keep the clock running. You've got the lead. You're pretty much in 4-minute mode.
Have a day, young man. 5.4 yards a carry. Career high in your 2nd Big Ten game. Now looking for the 1st down. Looks like he's going to be short. So Coach Anderson takes his 2nd timeout with just under 5 to play. And again, more Big Ten action coming up later tonight as Amir Abdullah leads the Cornhuskers rush attack against the Spartans. Saturday Night Football presented by Wells Fargo. Number 19 Nebraska against number 10 Michigan State. 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on ABC. And I don't know how popular this will make me on my way out here in Evanston, but David, do you think that a Big Ten team is still alive to make the playoffs?
Well, that's going to be interesting to see. You know, you think about Michigan State, but when there's only 4 teams like you and I were talking about, I tell you, there's going to be some very interesting conversations to take place with that committee on what they justify as being a conference champion just enough. You know, who else is left out there? Everyone talks about the SEC West and the SEC and a 2-loss team getting in, but I think you got to be conference champion. I think that's got to be part of the formula somewhere. I think that's important to say that you're a champion.
Did you stop off on East Lansing on your way here from Arizona? Doan with a line drive. Now Doe, who can make a play in the return game, has an alley, but he is dropped there. Greg Kuhar with the open field tackle slows down Doe, but now let's check in with Adnan Verk in the studio.
All right, Eamon, thank you. Let's give you an update on what's happening between Oklahoma and TCU. Sooners up 31-24. But Robert, here's Boykin to Deontay Gray to tie it up.
Boy, Trevon Boykin has done a great job under Sonny Coombe and Doug Meacham, the new coordinators brought in for TCU.
And Alabama right now is leading Ole Miss 17-10, just over 8 minutes to go. Excitement there, Eamon.
All right, a lot of points being put up in that one. Not so much by Wisconsin here today, but Arneson goes up and makes the grab at the 20. Igwe Buke with another tackle, but a 24-yard pickup, and Arneson pays the price.
You see Joel Stabe again sit in the pocket. He's going to deliver a strike. Nice touch on the ball over the underneath defender and in front of the safety.
Now obviously the Badgers have to go quickly. Gordon still in the backfield, under 4.5 to play, 1 timeout left. Here comes pressure, Stavi for Doe, touchdown Badgers. Just like that. Doe wanted the ball, and he delivers there. Gaglianone's kick is good.
To me, this is a throw from a quarterback that's played some snaps before. The defender's going to have his back to the quarterback. He's going to throw it away to his receiver, and Doe makes a great play on the ball. I love it. And that's a confidence builder for him. You know what I mean?
4:16 left, 1 timeout. Badgers can kick it away here, right? Obviously, yes. Plenty of time.
They can kick it away. Their defense has come up with a couple stops, so you got to have faith in them. Remember, this is a top-ranked defense in the Big Ten.
Should we see if we can go get those Wisconsin fans back in the stadium?
Right. May have left a little too early.
They may have left a little too early. Now the pressure shifts to that man's offense. Looks like he's sending out his hands team, though. Henry, Harris, Van Hoos, Jackson. So they're going to play for the onside kick.
I don't know if there's been more excitement around special teams than I've seen in a little while. Field goals, punts. Are they faking? Are they not? Timeouts used.
I mean, no one deep for Northwestern. Now they back up. Now they send Schuler back and Van Hoos. Endicott, so they're going to set up, show on sides, but then they kick it away. So now Schuler at the 25, dancing. And he falls forward. Also tonight, a doubleheader of great college football on ESPN. At 7, division rivals clash in a critical SEC West showdown. Auburn against LSU. Then at 10:30, Utah against UCLA. Both games also live on Watch ESPN. Take a look at the SEC West standings. Mississippi State. Wow, I mean, are they impressive the last couple of weeks?
How about what they've done? And Dak Prescott, I mean, he can play. And it just goes to show you've got to have a quarterback if you want to be relevant.
So, out of the gun. So those SEC West standings. Alabama with the lead at Ole Miss. Now here's Jackson. Lowering the shoulder, but the Badgers. Derek Landis saying, settle down, young man. I'm going to bring you down. Senior out of Wisconsin, the no-nonsense middle linebacker.
Well, Justin Jackson saying, hey, that was +5 on first down. I'll take that.
Yep.
I'll take the beating.
He stays out there. They empty the backfield here. Now the tempo obviously slows down a bit for the Wildcats. Back to Jackson running left. Gets across the 40. Now Wisconsin takes its final timeout after Joe Schobert makes the tackle. So the clock stops with 3:29 left.
3rd and 3, you've got your whole playbook open to you if you're offensive coordinator. The run game, the screen game, the bubble.
All right, so pick a play. You got the whole book, you told me.
I like the fact of throwing the ball, and I think your quarterback's done a good job of taking care of the football, number one, and to show me he's accurate on the intermediate and short game.
And the obvious risk there, of course, is if you incomplete it, you help out Wisconsin a couple of ways.
Stop the clock, right?
Stop the clock. Nick McCall, the offensive coordinator. And the way Pat Fitzgerald has coached the last couple of weeks, you would think throwing the ball would be in play here. Because looking at Big Ten play, huh? Second Big Ten game, 30 rushes. They're going to line up in the eye, which of course doesn't take the pass out of it with Vitale as the fullback. Play fake to the superback who makes the grab. First down, Northwestern. That's your guy.
Yeah, I love it. Again, critical 3rd down. He needs a money back right there. Play action, hard play action. And a great touch throw by Simeon, and then even a better catch by the superback. I mean, great job of securing that football, making a great catch for the first down.
Last week he had 7 catches for 113 yards, but makes a big play there. And now under 3 to play, Wisconsin out of timeouts.
Watch it come out, 22 personnel, 2 tight ends, a fullback, hard play action. Look him just sneak out to the flat. Great job of focusing on the football.
You know, that was the flip side. It was the Northwestern defensive coaches who told us you have to make sure it's play action. You have to know. And Joe Schobert there looked like he was anticipating run, and he gave Vitale just the step that he needed to get open.
Yeah, formation showed it. The offensive line did a good job of their pad level up front. And they've had success running the football.
Jackson cuts upfield to stay in bounds. Gains 2. Hillary with the tackle. Third and 7. Northwestern with 2 timeouts left if they want to let the play clock run all the way down and then take one before the 3rd down.
Hey, even these new school up-tempo teams know how to milk the clock a little.
Looks like they're going to line up. See, their finish being the key word right now. They're going to run a play, it looks like. Nope. Coach Fitzgerald does indeed take the timeout with 1:25 left to play. It has been a big day for the redshirt freshman out of Ohio, Godwin Igwejuke.
Yeah, he's been all over the field in the pass game, being disruptive, intercepting the ball, and he's been physical too. Look at that shot. And this last one may have been the icer. Great job of eyeing the quarterback.
2 interceptions in the end zone. Then taken over for Ibrahim Campbell, the captain.
You know, and the question was going into this football game, you know, was Northwestern legit? You know, could they capitalize and go back-to-back off a big road win against Penn State?
Wildcats looking for their first home victory against a ranked opponent since knocking off number 13 Iowa back in November of 2010. Now a conversion here would seal the deal. Jackson up the middle. He's short. So you got 34 seconds left on the play clock. So now you're going to kick it, about 40 seconds left to down it inside the 20, and Wisconsin will get the ball back without any timeouts left. So it looks like Coach Fitzgerald will take his final timeout. And again, foreign territory here for the Badgers and their fans. Wisconsin scored 20 points in 17 consecutive games. That streak in jeopardy right now with 40 seconds left. All right, David, I've made you an offensive coordinator throughout the afternoon. Now I'll make you a special teams coach. You bring all 11. I mean, you're not going to get much of a return, or when you have a return man like Doe, do you think you always have a shot at a return?
Well, I think you do, but I think I go for the block. Either way, you're not going to get great field position. Unless they kick in the end zone, that's probably the best case scenario. But I doubt if they're going to do that. Try to make something happen on special teams. The tough part is needing a touchdown with no timeouts left.
So now Gradone on. Doe goes back to the 10. So right now only 9 on the line of scrimmage for the Badgers. Good snap. And they kick it away. And it just creeps into the end zone. Almost perfect, but the Badgers, with 33 seconds left, no timeouts, need to go 80 yards.
Welcome back, Joel Stabby,
Yeah,
huh?
there you go. You got the hook and ladder in the playbook.
Yeah, you got the rugby play, the hook and ladder. You got to work the sidelines. Got time for a few plays.
Trips to your right, Reggie Love, bottom of your screen. Knocked away by Jimmy Hall. Doe wants a flag. Good coverage from the senior out of Toledo, Ohio.
Yeah, that's a linebacker out there. Great job of playing the football.
Stavi steps up, flag thrown. Igwebuike again. Are you kidding me? What a play. Again, there is a flag in the vicinity that normally leads to holding offense. Let's see. No flag on the coverage by Igwebuike.
Personal foul, chop block, offense. Number 25. Penalties decline. First down, Northwestern.
That'll do it.
Set and match. Igwebuike again coming up big. Playing the football, one-handed interception. The redshirt freshman, he's on fire. 3 picks today.
Last week they said, is Collinella's going to get his job back after the way Anthony Walker played? I am joking, of course, but is Ibrahim Campbell going to get back on the field? What an effort by Godwin Igwebuike in this entire Northwestern defense. Wisconsin kept under 20 points for the first time in 17 games. And the Wildcats will improve to 2-0 in Big Ten play. Who around here saw this coming after the 0-2 start? And remember, that man said, hey, the boat's not on fire.
If they went back to basics, they went back to training camp mode, question his team's maturity, and they've answered. They've responded.
A complete team effort for Pat Fitzgerald's club, and they knock off Wisconsin 20-14. And they came up with some clutch plays on offense to keep the ball away from Wisconsin late.
Yeah, they certainly did. And defensively, they did exactly what Coach talked about.
And the students now storm the field, and you wonder if there's a quarterback controversy in Madison now after they make the switch to Joel Stavi late in the first half here in Evanston.
Well, they've opened up Pandora's box, really. But I think deep down they knew that if they were going to go where they wanted to, they had to find some consistency in the passing game. I don't care who you are. If you're talking Big Ten championships, you're talking college football playoff, you've got to have a quarterback. You've got to be a complete team.
So we will see who gets the start next week at home against Illinois. Let's go down to the field and check in with Dawn.
Coach Fitz, first win over a ranked team here since 2010, and you're 2-0 in the Big Ten. What does this one mean?
Well, we're improving, and I'm really proud of our young men. They've had a battle. We didn't start the way we wanted this season, but we talked about Big Ten play. The season starts over. And your resume is what you put on tape, and the credit goes to our young men, and obviously a terrific job by our staff. And we lost some momentum there in the second half, but our guys responded, and great job by our defense.
You told us yesterday your team had to be more physical and mature. Did they?
Well, we won, so I think we took a step in the right direction, but we got a lot of work to do. Very thankful for our young men. Great to get our first win with all of our students here, too, which was nice.
You talk about some of your young kids, Justin Jackson. Talk about what he was able to do today.
Great plan by Adam Cushing, our O-line coach, and Mick McCall. Unbelievable job by our O-line, and Justin hit the seams, squeezed it up great against a really tough run defense, and we'll enjoy it tonight, and then we'll get ready to go try to find a way to do it next week.
Coach, congrats.
Thanks, go Cats.
And next week is on the road at Minnesota, but Godwin Igwebuike and the Wildcats for now can celebrate a 2014 win over Wisconsin. Once again, our final score, the Wildcats 20, the Badgers 14. For David Diaz-Infante and Dawn Davenport and our entire crew, we say thanks for watching. Now let's head back to Adnan and Robert in the studio for the College Football Scoreboard Show presented by Honda.